Hello again, boys and girls. We're going to talk a little more about wind, and boy, did I pick a good time to teach you about wind. It was quite a windy day yesterday. I'm sure if you looked out your window, you saw the movement on the trees, right? The trees aren't making the wind, but you can see what the wind can do. If you were outdoors, you certainly felt it on your face and blowing your hair, right? And I know I heard it. You probably heard it howling too, right? Okay, so it's a good day to learn about wind, huh? Now you can understand why it's happening. Okay, I hope you were able to do some of the experimentation that I sent. If mom and dad were too busy, maybe you can do that this weekend. It's to help you learn and understand, and it's good to do experiments, to make predictions, and then see what happens, and draw your conclusion like we did yesterday. Okay, let's just review what we've learned about wind. What is wind? Where does it come from? Does it come from the clouds? No, but it certainly does move clouds, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, we learned that the sun heats up the atmosphere, and that warm air is lighter, so it rises, while cooler air is heavier, and it goes down. And that motion is what causes the wind. So we can't see the wind, but it is all around us. We also learned that there can be different speeds of wind. It could be a light breeze, a gale, big gusts, right? It can be continuous. It can just be a passing breeze, and then it can stop. Then we learned also that wind can be helpful and enjoyed, like if we're flying a kite, sailing a boat, windsurfing in a hot air balloon. It can also be refreshing, right? A nice breeze on your face if you're warm. Wind can be used as a natural resource. If you hang your clothes outdoors to dry in the clothesline, with some wind, it will dry even faster. Some places use wind turbines for energy. They look like big, giant fans. So in combination of the sun and the cool air, making that wind, they're able to make energy with that. And we also learned that it can help birds who might be flying in the sky and could be tired, because then they have a chance to glide. It also helps the earth because wind helps spread seeds, and new life can be planted in other places. Okay, in talking about wind speeds, we learned that it can be harmful too. Very strong winds can cause storms that have wind, such as tornadoes or hurricanes or blizzards. So today we're going to hear a couple of stories, but they are fiction about wind and the wind effects. This story is called The Wind Blew. The wind blew. It took the umbrella from Mr. White and quickly turned it inside out. It snatched the balloon from little Priscilla and swept it up to join the umbrella. Pay attention to the events, because you're going to do an activity where you have to put them in order for me. So we did the umbrella and then the balloon. And not content, it took a hat and still was not satisfied with that. It whipped a kite into the air and kept it spinning around up there. It grabbed a shirt left out to dry and tossed it upwards toward the sky. It plucked a hanky from a nose, and up, up, up it rose. You hear that word plucked? We talked about that the other day. Plucked means to pull out. Pull the handkerchief right out of her hand. It lifted the wig from the judge's head and didn't drop it back. Instead, you see the judge's wig lost his hair? Instead, It whirled the postman's letters up as if it hadn't done enough. Oh boy. It blew so hard it quickly stole a striped flag fluttering on a pole. It pulled the new scarves from the twins and tossed them to the other things. It sent the newspapers fluttering around and then tired of the things it found, it mixed them up and threw them down. And blew away to sea. And that's where it should be, right? Everybody got their belongings back, and it looks like that character on this sailboat is happy to have the wind, because the wind helps sail the boat. Have you ever had to chase after something blowing in the wind? I know I have. It can be a nuisance. Okay, this story is called Kite's Island Trip. So we're using the letter K here too. I love to fly high, said Kite, but I want to fly higher. If I could only get free. Kite pulled hard on his string. He yanked again and again, and soon he was free. Oh, the little boy down below must be sad. His kite is getting away. That kite wants to fly higher and higher. Hooray, Kite yelled. He looked down. He was flying over people. The people were looking up and waving. He was flying over trees. The leaves were waving too. Oh no, Kite was flying too far away. Was he flying to the moon? Right? He must have some wind going on there to help him make this trip. Now Kite was not flying at all. He was going down, down, down. Boom! Looks like he ran out of wind. What is this? Kite asked. Where am I? Kite was laying on sand. There were pools of water all around. Where am I? Kite asked again. He was afraid. Just then, he felt a little wind. The wind got under him and whoosh, it pulled him up so he could see. The wind blew the kite all around. Kite saw that he was on an island. I need to get back to my friends, said Kite. If only there were a road, then I could get back. But there was no road. If only there were a boat, Kite said, then I could get back. But there was no boat. Kite was so sad. I want to go home. He started to cry. I want to see my friend. If only I could get back home. This is an island, Kite said. I need a road. I need a boat. And just then, Kite saw a boat. Some people got off the boat and came onto the beach. Kite saw a boy coming closer. And the boy called out, "Look, look!" It was Kite's friend. It's the owner. He went and looked for him. my kite," called the little boy. "I found my kite in this pool of water." Soon Kite was in the sky again. He looked up at the white clouds. He looked down at his friend. Kite was glad. He was flying high, and he had found his friend. "These are the only things I need," he said. And Kite never pulled hard on his string again. He was content to fly just as high as his friend wanted him to. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those two stories that relate to wind. And what you're going to do is recall the events in the story first all the way to 12, right? So first what happened? The wind blew. And then you have to remember all the different things it blew in the order. Should we review? Okay, what did it blow first? The umbrella. And after the umbrella, what? The balloon. And after the balloon, the hat. And after the hat, the kite. And after the kite, the shirt from the clothesline. And after the shirt from the clothesline, it plucked a handkerchief, that's like a cloth tissue, out of a woman's hand. And then the wig of the judge. And then the mail from the postal worker. And then the flag. And then the scarves of the twins. And then the newspaper. And it mixed them all up and threw them back down. And where did it go? Off to the sea to help a man in a sailboat. So maybe after you do that, on the back, you can draw me the ending. Where did he end up? Where did the wind end up? Right? Blowing the sailboat. So you'll do that one. On this page, you're going to find things that are blowing in the wind. Make sure you look for movement marks as your clues. And then for fun, there is a nice kite to color code. All right, boys and girls, I almost forgot. Something fun for you to make. Okay, what does it look like? I use rainbow colors because this week is rainbow. Okay, and rainbow does have to do with weather, right? What you're going to do is take a piece of paper, color it, and then turn it over. Tape or glue streamers. If you don't have streamers, you can use tissue paper. You can ask Mom or Dad to cut in strips. And then you'll put glue on one end and bring the other end to seal it off so it looks like a cylinder. This is a windsock, and if you have a porch, you can put it outside and hang it on the porch, and when the wind blows, you'll see that. Also, I've sent your parents directions how to make your own a wind vane. A wind vane is an arrow that points which way the wind is blowing. Okay, so I think you'll have fun with this, and I hope that you'll get to do your experiment sheet that I sent yesterday, okay? All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday.